public, whizzing along on her horse, throwing kisses, swaying from the waist. And if this performance were likely to continue in the infinite perspective of a drab future to the unceasing roar of the orchestra and hum of the ventilators, accompanied by ebbing, renewed, swelling bursts of applause which are really steam hammers, then perhaps a young visitor to the gallery might race down the long stairs through all the circles, rush into the ring and yell "Stop!" against the fanfares of the orchestra still playing the appropriate music. But since that is not so, a lovely lady, pink and white, floats in between the curtains, which proud lackeys open before her. The ringmaster, deferentially catching her eye, comes towards her breathing animal devotion, tenderly lifts her up on the dapple grey, as if she were his own most precious granddaughter about to start on a dangerous journey. Cannot make up his mind to give the signal with his whip, finally masters himself enough to crack the whip loudly, runs along beside the horse, open-mouthed, follows with a sharp eye the leads taken by its rider, finds her artistic skill almost beyond belief, calls to her with English shouts of warning, angrily exhorts the grooms who hold the hoops to be most closely attentive, before the great somersault lifts up his arms and implores the orchestra to be silent, finally lifts the little one down from her trembling horse, kisses her on both cheeks, and finds that all the ovation she gets from the audience is barely sufficient, while she herself, supported by him, right up on the tips of her toes in a cloud of dust, with outstretched arms and small head thrown back, invites the whole circus to share her triumph. Since that is so, the visitor to the gallery lays his face on the rail before him, and sinking into the closing march as in a heavy dream, weeps without knowing it.
You'd sleep with anyone at all, you slut. A clue to just how bored you are, or just how brutal boredom makes your soul. To keep your teeth incisive for the singular sport, you claim your daily ration of fresh highs. Your eyes lit up like shops to lure their trade, or fireworks on the park in holidays, insolently make use of borrowed power, and never say, you might say, in the dark, what power it is that governs their good looks. Blind and unfeeling instrument of pain, my solitary leech, how could you fail to notice in every mirror that you pass, your charms go pale if not quite blank with shame? How could you not help wincing at the scope of every knowing harm you perpetrate, when nature, noted for mighty subterfuge, avails herself of you, my queen of sins, of you, sublime disgrace.
And like, if I had stuff with a female, I might have a different opinion about it. What? If I had stuff with a female, I might have a different opinion about it. I think you're a really good car.
The light, I'm standing here, you want to be over here.
It's just another night that's split in two in lies with pieces on the pub floor. We spilt beer, doggins and spit. It's just another night of allocating blame and excuses for why you was defeated in this erotic game. While your faces are lying down in the mud, while you're fighting over a whore in an Irish pub. It's just another night and your friends say that you're cynical, but it takes minimal amounts of self-deception to look pleasure instead of pain. Stay home alone, and pray that the times change. But here it comes again. It's just another night. It's just another fucking night. Come.
porco dio. Oh, fuck it all.
Talking.
With you, I believed in love every night, just before coming. With you, I love to love. I love love. I love loving. With you, I learned how to thrust and parry and keep up my going when things got hard. With you, I learned that books have covers that can be misleading. From you, to whom books mean nothing, I learnt that between the two covers lie two bare bodies and one bare bodkin. With you, I learnt how to laugh. How to laugh at life. How to laugh enough to stop the tears from coming. How to laugh at life. And how to live laughing. Ha ha. Right.
Okay. It's tie me down with coarse rope and bind me to a tree. Strip my body naked, let your whips flame me, then cut me down and use my blood to write your poetry. Kick my body on the ground, jump upon my head, then use my brains to fill the banks whose coffers must be fed. Stick in my veins the opium from gentlemen you've met, who've had assured this is the way to pay the third world debts. Then dig for me a big ditch by the whipping tree, then carve my name upon a stone in any cemetery. Press the red button.
I think that is from the New York period, because you're trying to prove that you...
Just before the New York period. I wrote it just before.
Like
You see this woman in front of the camera here?
the grave digger.
Heart's my heart's desire. Looking, recite me something, Juliet. In French.
In French,
Go on, quickly.
je voudrais pas crever sans avoir connu les chiens noirs du Mexique qui dorment sans relever. Les singes accunus dévoreurs de tropiques, aux nids truffés de bulles. Je voudrais pas crever sans avoir, si la lune, sous son faux air de thune, a un côté pointu. Si les 4 saisons ne sont vraiment que 4. Sans avoir promené ma robe sur les grands boulevards. Sans avoir goûté. Ça va.
Look, the snow. It's snowing. And the trees in the background, swaying as they do. But there is no snow. It's just a poster. Camera shot.
Public, whizzing along on her horse, throwing kisses, swaying from the waist. And if this performance were likely to continue in the infinite perspective of a drab future to the unceasing roar of the orchestra and hum of the ventilators, accompanied by ebbing, renewed, swirling bursts. Then as the young visitors became race down long stairs from all the circles rushing to the ring and yell stop against the fanfares of the orchestra still playing the appropriate music. But since that is not so, throwing kisses, swaying from the waist, and if this performance were likely to continue in the infinite perspective of a drab future to the unceasing roar of the orchestra and hum of the ventilators, accompanied by ebbing, renewed, swelling bursts of applause which are really steam hammers, then perhaps a young visitor to the gallery might race down the long stairs through all the circles, rush into the ring and yell stop against the fanfares of the orchestra still playing the appropriate music. But since that is not so, I love the public whizzing along on her horse, throwing kisses, swaying from the waist. And if this performance were likely to continue in the infinite perspective of a drab future to the unceasing roar of the orchestra and hum of the ventilators, accompanied by ebbing, renewed, swelling bursts of applause which are really steam hammers, then perhaps a young visitor to the gallery might race down the long stairs through all the circles, rush into the ring and yell stop against the fanfares of the orchestra still playing the appropriate music. But since that is not so, a lovely lady, pink and white, floats in between the curtains, which proud lackeys open before her. The ringmaster, deferentially catching her eye, comes towards her breathing animal devotion, tenderly lifts her up on the dapple grey, as if she were his own most precious granddaughter about to start on a dangerous journey. Cannot make up his mind to give the signal with his whip, finally masters himself enough to crack the whip loudly, runs along beside the horse, open-mouthed, follows with a sharp eye the leaps taken by its rider, finds her artistic skill almost beyond belief, calls to her with English shouts of warning, angrily exhorts the grooms who hold the public, whizzing along on her horse, throwing kisses, swaying from the waist. And if this performance were likely to continue in the infinite perspective of a drab future to the unceasing roar of the orchestra and hum of the ventilators, accompanied by ebbing, renewed, swelling bursts of applause which are really steam hammers, then perhaps a young visitor to the gallery might race down the long stairs through all the circles, rush into the ring and yell "Stop!" against the fanfares of the orchestra still playing the appropriate music. But since that is not so, a lovely lady, pink and white, floats in between the curtains, which proud lackeys open before her. The ringmaster, deferentially catching her eye, comes towards her breathing animal devotion, tenderly lifts her up on the dapple grey, as if she were his own most precious granddaughter about to start on a dangerous journey. Cannot make up his mind to give the signal with his whip, finally masters himself enough to crack the whip loudly, runs along beside the horse, open-mouthed, follows with a sharp eye the leaps taken by its rider, finds her artistic skill almost beyond belief, calls to her with English shouts of warning, angrily exhorts the grooms who hold the hoops to be most closely attentive, before the great somersault lifts up his arms and implores the orchestra to be silent, finally lifts the little one down from her trembling horse, kisses her on both cheeks, and finds that all the ovation she gets from the audience is barely sufficient, while she herself, supported by him, right up on the tips of her toes in a cloud of dust, with outstretched arms and small head thrown back, invites the whole circus to share her triumph. Since that is so, the visitor to the gallery lays his face on the rail before him, and sinking into the closing march as in a heavy dream, weeps without knowing it.
You'd sleep with anyone at all, you slut. A clue to just how bored you are or just how brutal boredom makes your soul. To keep your teeth incisive for the singular sport, you claim your daily ration of fresh heart. Your eyes lit up like shops to lure their trade, or fireworks on the park in holidays, insolently make use of borrowed power, and never say you